We're all being encouraged to ditch the petrol and diesel vehicles and go electric, but the cars can be expensive and the bikes might sound like a bit too much hard work. Enter Street Dog, an e-moped made by Wellington-based company 8d9e9b648297488ecc34f9c660. Motion. Its first production run sold out, and there's now a wait list of people trying to secure the second run. Founder and designer Luke Sinclair joins us now. Kia ora, Luke. So it's true, is it? Mopeds are cool again.
Oh, that's what we're trying to do, Lisa. Yeah. No, that's the idea behind it.
Yeah, so explain your thinking here, because it's quite a jazzy design. Describe it to us.
Yeah, well, I suppose what we really wanted to do was just make great-looking mopeds and motorbikes that also just happen to be highly practical, fun, and I suppose happen to be electric as well. Really, so what we really wanted to just prioritise, I suppose, really how we can make EVs for people's lives better. So instead of looking at, guilting or forcing people to ride EVs, really giving them the options that would really suit their lifestyle. And it also just happens to be electric. So that's really where the idea sprang up for the Street Dog.
So can you tell us a little bit about its specs? I mean, how fast can this thing go? How long does it run for? How long will it take you to recharge it?
So 50 k's an hour for the first one. So that puts it in the moped class. So that's like your 50cc scooters. So that means you don't need a motorcycle license. You can ride it on any car license. You can get 100 k's of range from one battery charge, and it's got about 30 litres of storage. So yeah, hoping to make just a really practical commuter for going around the city, whether you're sort of going to work or going to do groceries.
So has it got enough guts to get up the Wellington Hills?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So plenty for that, and that's kind of part of the reason we moved down to Wellington to start this, was really for that, testing it with the wind as well, and just having a city where you've got a highly centralised population with lots of 50k an hour roads, so it's really easy to get around.
When I said to you, so mopeds are cool again, I kind of wasn't joking. This thing is, well, it looks different to what you imagine your kind of grandfather or your great-grandfather riding. It's sort of, wow, it looks like something Burt Munro would ride. So tell me about the design, how you settled on the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, so it started about 5 years ago. So Kendall, the other founder, and myself, we've been mates since we were about 12 or 13, I think. We went through school at Pukekohe High, and then went off to study engineering at Waikato together. And studied and lived together for a long time. And Kendall started looking at electric conversions about 5 or 6 years ago. And then we both got into this idea of putting together our own electric moped. So ended up with the first one, which wasn't anything pretty. It was just a BMX with a bunch of batteries glad wrapped to the frame and a cheap motor on it. And it just came clear to us really quickly that just in terms of performance and functionality, electric was already going to outperform all the petrol equivalents. But there just seemed to be this lameness and kind of associated with electric vehicles, and we really wanted to break that down. So from there, it was really looking at, how we could, I suppose EVs, with EVs there's like unlimited amounts of innovation going on at the moment, but a lot of the great designs have already been made. So it was really looking at how we could bring something in from some of the more classic motorcycle designs that that everyone already has that familiarity with it, and I think that's really what's connected with people.
So, how much would this thing set you back, and how does that compare to, say, a car or an electric bike?
So we're looking at $9,000 at the moment. So, and that's the price of, and it might come down as we can scale. But if you look at premium end e-bikes, you can get some for around the same price. And we think just the advantages you have in terms of being able to travel with the traffic, get up those hills, you've got 100 k's of range, and you've got really genuinely practical storage. I think it's a fairly fair price.
So how long's the wait list? And for you guys, I mean, what are you looking at in terms of scaling up production? I mean, what does success look like for you?
So Street Dog is just a start. We want to look to develop a range of two-wheeled options for both urban and open road. And yeah, I suppose looking to move into overseas markets into next year. But at the moment, just really focusing on production and getting a good quality, good looking product out there.
So have you had any hassles with parts and components? Because obviously we've heard a lot recently about freight during these COVID times.
It has been really challenging. But one good thing that's come from that is we've actually focused more on local production and manufacturers, and it's been really handy actually to build those local relationships in New Zealand, and actually makes the whole thing a lot easier to control in terms of quality and getting through these initial R&D stages to getting a safe and good working product out there.
Really good to talk to you, Luke. Best of luck. That is Luke Sinclair, and he's one of the founding partners and designers for Street Dog, which is this e-moped. It's pretty jazzy looking. Check it out we'll put the video up on our Facebook page. Not like the mopeds of